let us know. It's going to be an interactive live. We're going to make this work. Got a lot of good things and bad things going on right now, but we're going to have a lot of fun. It's Coach Clee, your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker. We're in the lab. Tell everybody to get their pens in their pads. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some good information going on tonight, but right now I need to know what the energy levels are. So if you had a good day today, I need you to put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had a good day today. And you know, Chris, I don't believe in bad days. I like to call them character building days because you can always learn from them. Right. You can grow from them. You can build from them. You can do so many positive things, whether it's a setback day or a bad day, quote unquote. So if you had a character building day, I need you to put a 2. Looks like a peace sign. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day today. All right? And I hope tomorrow's a better day for you. And if you had, I think I'll wait. But if you had such an outstanding, wonderful, marvelous, stupendous day,
can't be messed up.
You are can't get any on that. Money dance on that.
Right.
I need you to put a 0 in the comment section.
Big fat one.
Yup. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. It's kind of like this is a bubble, and you're right there in the middle of the bubble, and nothing can penetrate that thing.
Impenetrable.
Yeah, Wolverine, man. You can't pierce it. If you had an outstanding day, put a 0 in the comment section. All right. At the end of this live, I'm gonna put a 1 in the comment section. I had a good day today. Chris, what are you gonna put at the end of the live?
I'm pretty sure that I had a 1. I had a good day.
That's good. That's good.
You know, first of all, it's a good day because I'm above ground.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying? I'm breathing fresh air, and no matter what other circumstances are going on in my life, you know what? I'm here. And I'm here to work through these circumstances and to make my life better and enhance the lives of those around me.
He's preaching right now.
It's a good day.
He's preaching. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. He's giving all this wonderful good meaning and all that. I appreciate that. Make sure, thank you guys for tuning in on those of you who are watching on Facebook, subscribe to the Coach Clee page. Those of you watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Both pages have the same name, Coach Clee. And also, don't do it now, but at the end of this live, check it out. It's not posted now, but it will be posted later. Above is the website, workwithclee.com. workwithclee.com, and on that website you will see a couple of different things. On the website you will see March 4th. This right here is my baby. It's my book. It's a motivational empowerment book on helping you find your own breakthrough. We talk about toxic people, toxic situations, taking care of yourself. We talk about courage, health, so many wonderful things in this book that I think you can get at least one golden nugget from. I believe there's many pearls and gems in this book, but I think you can find something to help get your own breakthrough in life, all right? Also on the website, a book called No Shade, All Light. This is written by Herb Thompson, Clarence Stokes, Jason Brown, and myself. We all wrote 25 of our favorite quotes and what they mean to us. So there's over 100 quotes in this book, and they had meaning, all right? That's on the website. Also on the website is not on the website. I always keep saying this. The Coach Clee Apparel. Get at me with the Coach Clee Apparel. Inbox me, text me, call me, let me know. But what is on the website is a Stark. Stark alkaline water and other Stark products are on the website. So if you want a healthier version of water or so many different things, please check that out. Workwithclee.com. All right? That's on the website. But after you get done checking those websites out, make sure you check out the sponsors that we have. First and foremost, we have Sean Thompson from T-Max Fitness. He'll be labeled above. If you have any questions, you can contact him. It's a boot camp training. Anybody who's looking to start working out or already working out or some place to go work out, he's a wonderful instructor. He's an enthusiast, a health enthusiast. He knows what he's talking about. He is open Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 5:30 a.m. and Saturdays at 7 a.m. Walk-ins are very welcome to go, so you can just show up and he'll give you a good workout. His location is 553 Division Street, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. All right, so check him out. He'll be posted above at this live. He's got wonderful things going on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to get your hair done, Once Upon a Rose, Rosetta Williams. She's over there at 406 Locust Lane, Suite 105. She's a hair and fascinator designer. You know all about that. And she's also a paparazzi consultant, okay? So check her out. She'll be listed above. She's looking for you to walk in or make an appointment. She's got wonderful things going on. Carlisle Hope Station is having the what's it called? The Black Cultural Fest. That's going on February 29th in the Carlisle Hope Station. It's going to be going on from 10 to 3. And I was a part of it last year, and I'm going to be a part of it this year again. But I mean, it's amazing. The type of crowd that it draws in, the type of performances that are taking place. It's a wonderful event. So if you need something to do February 29th between 10 and 3, trip down the road, come check us out. We're going to have a lot of fun there. All right? Yeah, I mean, and that takes care of our sponsors right there. Let me move this out of the way. Normally, you guys know I don't do the sponsors, so I already have the camera off me, but we're going to ad-lib today. Up, making a mess, but we're going to play. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. You didn't hear it or see it.
I heard it.
Wow.
I heard it. I just didn't see it.
That's right, because ain't nothing happened. So right now, I got a special guest. I know we were all waiting for one guest. We had to do a change of plans. Do tune in because that guest will be on a later date and a later time. So I'll let you know all about that. But today, I want to thank Chris Harris for coming through. He's no stranger to broadcasting. He's been on the radio. He's got his own CDs out. He's got you probably had tapes out too. I'm pretty sure.
I never made a tape. The only tape I made was when we used to record off the radio back in the day.
Yep.
You used to be like, you put the songs on there. I'm gonna get that tape to her. I love you, girl.
He's a motorcycle enthusiast. He's a father. He's a business owner. He's also cuts hair and can do females' hair at CNC Hair Studio.
Licensed cosmetologist.
There we go. See, I couldn't find the words. That's what I'm talking about. I told you to help me out.
Yes.
I mean, we ad-lib.
I'm gonna help you out. I'll definitely help you out there.
And so much more.
I have an eyelash in my eye, man.
I would blow it, but I can't help you. I'm not
don't do that. Not on live.
Not ever. But thank you for coming in, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Give them some thumbs up, give them some hearts for coming in live. I know we can't ask for studio applause, a round of applause, but since you came in here, I appreciate that. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris? Things that I already haven't said.
Right. I mean, you said quite a bit. You know.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just a man. Trying to be a better man.
Okay.
All the time, every day. And like you said, I'm a father. I operate a business in the area. I'm a licensed cosmetology teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Licensed cosmetology. So I have my teacher's license as well as my regular cosmetology license. And I'm licensed in 2 states. I'm also licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. I do style hair for women. And also, what's getting big nowadays is guys are starting to get styled as well. So, aside from just the cutting, a lot of guys are starting to get styled as well. So, I'm able to utilize my skills for both men and women.
Okay, nice.
Young and old. I have whole families that come to me, kids, mom, dad. So it's an awesome thing to just be able to positively affect the lives of those I come in contact with using my God-given gifts.
There you go.
Right.
Okay. You got a bunch of talents too. I think we should play that snippet. You think we should play a snippet?
Yeah. You want to play the snippet?
Or you want to wait?
No, we'll wait.
We'll wait on that? All right, yeah, because right now I'm parched. I'm sitting up under all these lights. I need to take a sip of this water.
I'm almost through my.
Yeah, I know. You got started early.
Yeah.
Some delicious Stark alkaline waters. We're going to take a sip of. Cheers.
There you go. Might have to break out that second bottle, probably.
That's what fell on the floor. That one just didn't spill. That's some good water, don't you think?
It definitely is.
I know this isn't your first time having it. I know you had some before.
No, I've bought a couple cases of Stark, and it's really awesome, man. And for those who don't know the difference,
go ahead.
The alkaline water, it's really a lot better for your body.
It really is.
And it helps your body to be able to balance out where your the
acidic level,
right? The acidic level in your body, and so that allows you to have more energy. It allows you to digest food better.
There you go.
It allows you to just feel good all the way around, and also I noticed it's not as heavy as regular water.
It's not.
I could guzzle this whole bottle, and I'm like, okay, good. I'm ready to go do something. If you take a regular bottle of spring water and you down it, you're gonna get that full feeling, and it's gonna take a second, but you don't get that feeling with the alkaline water. So that's why I like Stark water.
Stark alkaline water. As you already said, it tastes like a fresher version of water to me. That's also on the website. You said that so eloquently. There's nothing for me to piggyback on. Hey, good job. Look at this guy.
We roll like that.
So I know, and I appreciate that, but and this is very ad-lib, very last minute. But you got a couple events, and you got a couple things,
projects,
that you want to talk about. Where do you want to start first?
So let's start with just one of the projects that I'm working on.
Okay.
And closer now than it was before. Is I'm working on this beard balm.
Okay.
You see this beard here, and the thing you have to realize is that great beards don't just happen.
Oh man, he's a walking commercial.
They take work. They don't just happen. And so just like anything else, it takes care, and it takes the right products and whatnot, and the know-how to take care of it and make it a great beard. So I just feel like I need to help out the community, the male community.
Okay.
And just have a nice product that is great for men, not just of color, but all men, because my clients are not just clients of color. My clientele is very diverse. Yeah. And so, beards are a big thing these days, just like the natural hair movement. A lot of people on natural hair. Well, guess what? Beards is natural hair as well. Right. And just like you have to have a bunch of different products, people with natural hair will attest that, it sometimes it takes trying a bunch of different products until you find one that works for you. So just like you have to have different products for your natural hair, you have to have products for your beard as well.
Okay, look at that education right there.
Yeah.
So when or should we look forward to this? How many different beard products are you going to have, and when are you looking to go ahead?
I'm looking to have a balm and an oil just to start out.
Okay.
Beard balm and a beard oil to start out. They will go hand in hand because the balm, it gives you that form, and it allows you to hold that shape. It keeps it from being so wiry. It also, can condition it and put some moisture to it. But that beard oil, aside from, just putting some vitamins in there, it's also going to give you that shine as well that you're looking for. I don't even know if you can see it on these lights, but
Man, these lights are cold.
I like these lights. They're awesome. They're awesome.
Especially that one on the floor. That's the best one. The floor light's the one that lights it all up.
Right.
That's a shot at somebody. Don't worry about that. We're just going to blaze past that.
Okay, well, shots fired. Pow, pow.
So how long have you been working to get your own product out?
I've been working on it for a couple months now, just doing the research and trying to make sure that I come out with something that is quality. Gotcha. Because I have tried many different beard balms, and just because it says beard balm on it, or even just because it's a brand that you're familiar with. There's some companies out there that have put out some, sorry if you will, some crap products. Okay. So just to put it out there, because the beard thing is a big thing right now. So just to get it out there. But I've tried a lot of different ones, and I want to make sure that I put something out that's quality and that's going to work for for everyone who uses it. Okay. Yeah.
So if anyone wanted to pick some up, would they have to go there? Are you going to have a website, or you have a distribution location, or is it going to be shop?
I'm sure I have some at the salon, CNC Hair Studio, right here, 2033 Lingelstown Road. Okay. We're in Beaufort Plaza. If you're not familiar with that is, we are right down the street from Giant on Lingelstown Road, in the same plaza with Dollar General, Domino's, and all that stuff.
Mr. Deli.
Mr. Deli. He goes there all the time.
It's my buddy.
Yeah.
It's my buddy.
We have good food there.
Yeah, the food's delicious. Absolutely. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so.
And so at the salon, I know you touched on it briefly. Do you take walk-ins also, or do you do appointments, or both?
I do both. Some days can get kind of busy for me, so I prefer to have people schedule, because if you're coming in for a haircut and I'm styling someone's hair, I don't want you sitting there for 45 minutes to an hour, just because I'm working on someone else. I prefer to keep people, if you're sitting more than 5 or 10 minutes, then to me, that's a problem. Now, occasionally, I might get backed up, because sometimes, clients are running behind, which then pushes me behind or something like that. But if everything's flowing and everybody's on time, I really don't like people to wait more than 5 or 10 minutes. Because I value, not only do I value my time, but I value other people's time. You have stuff that you have to do, and I don't need you hanging around and sitting around me all day at the salon watching me work. You need to be able to do stuff that you need to do as well. Absolutely. And have the productive day, because we all get the same 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, look at that. See, you can tell he's no rookie. You can tell he's no rookie. I mean, you were on the radio, what, 2001?
I was on the radio for 13 years.
13 years, okay.
Yep. And I started out on Kiss FM, and then I worked there for a few years. I then went to Cumulus Media, and I was on The Touch for 11 years. That was awesome to be on The Touch. I was on, at that point, when I came on, it was Hot 92. And then it changed over to Hot, what was it next? I don't know. It changed over to Hot, I think it was Hot 93.5. Don't get me, don't quote me on that. But I was on Hot for a while. I was also on Wink 104. I would fill in for drive time in the afternoons, which is a really busy time, you know, because that's when people are listening the most, in the mornings when they're riding to work, and afternoons when they are leaving work. So that was just an awesome opportunity, awesome experience to you know, be able to be on the radio. And I get jokes now from people who who used to listen to me do the weather, and they're like, man, you used to tell us that it was gonna rain. We walk around with umbrellas and the sun's shining. I'm like, hey, you know, weatherman, that's the only thing you could be wrong all the time and still get paid. You know?
Still have a job.
You still have a job. You know, the weather changes. You know, you can't always predict that. You can predict some things, but hey, you know, the weather does what it wants to do. But I was there for a while. And I was on Hot, and I was on Wink 104 and The Touch, and it was just an awesome experience. You know, all three were different genres, different types of music. And, you know, so I just add that to my experience, you know, the things that I've done, the things that I like to do. I am a music enthusiast.
Yes, I know. See, that was leading into that, too, but you already know where we were segueing.
I know we were.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So,
music enthusiast.
Yeah, music enthusiast. You know, I sing. You know, I played some instruments. Even when I was in college, I was a student director for a gospel choir there. I played the drums for Scotland Schools. Scotland School for Veteran Children. I played the drums for their gospel choir. You know, so I know my way around music a little bit, just a little bit. You know, and my grandfather, you know, he really imparted that on to my grandfather, Olin Harris. You know, so he was just an awesome influence, you know, in my life as far as the broadcasting. And also as far as the music and about love. You know, my grandfather was
February.
A lover. You know, in February, you know, we like to highlight love in February. And even though, you know, we need to love all year round, you know, February, Valentine's just kind of puts a little bit more emphasis. But you know, every day is Valentine's Day. Every day is Valentine's Day. It don't take one day to show love. You know, love itself, it's not just a word. You know, it's action. It's an action. So, you know, you can tell someone, I love you, I love you, I love you. It doesn't mean anything, but it's the action behind those words. You know, and so
gospel over here.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to show you, you know, because, you know, relationships is it's our life. Our lives are centered around relationships. From our relationships with our family, to our relationship with our spouse, to our relationship with our coworkers, you know, our relationship to you know, to a higher power. You know, so it's all about relationships. And with that being said, because you gave me that look, so with that being said, you know, one of the other projects that I'm working on and that you know, I have done before, and now I'm gonna remarket it in just a little bit. I came out with a CD called "Building Prosperous Relationships," from romance to finance, and that was. Yeah, he gonna zoom in on the picture. They can't see the picture.
No, we can
put it up there. Really, you gonna do that?
Yes, I am.
When I had hair, you know.
It's
okay. You don't have to.
Go ahead. Don't let me interrupt. Don't let me interrupt. Go ahead. I'll just hold this here for a minute.
You know, one of the reasons that I came out with this personal development CD was just because, you know, I realized the importance of relationships. You know, and relationships transcend all boundaries. And they affect us each and every day. And so why not make sure that all of our relationships are prosperous relationships? Now, you might look at me and say, well, Chris, what is a prosperous relationship?
What is a prosperous relationship, Chris?
I'm glad you asked, Clee. A prosperous relationship is a relationship that is successful, healthy, and wealthy for all parties that are involved. You know, so when you think of it like that, I mean, it can be a business relationship. You know, we might, even in class, you know, my daughter, she's in class and she's working with a group of kids. Guess what? You have a relationship with that group, and you need to make sure that everybody is doing their part. So when everybody does their part and you achieve that A on the project, now you have a prosperous relationship because all parties who were involved benefited equally from working together.
Teamwork
makes the dream work.
I am going to say, I know this is an interactive live, however, at this point in time, I cannot see comments. So keep your comments coming. They will be addressed at the end of the live. If you're on here, if you're from out of state, put your name and where you're from out of state or in the comment section, and you'll be addressed also. All right? Got to throw that out. I think, matter of fact, what just caught my memory, I'm sorry to kind of jump out there. We were in the salon almost a year ago to this date. This month last year, you went live.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't forget it. This is my first time. Like you said, it's not my first time on live, but I didn't realize that it was like the anniversary.
You were promoting for Valentine's Day. You were talking about relationships and all that, and it triggered my memory. Yeah. Awesome. Well, back on topic. So I know you were talking about your CDs that you have here. Your CD. Yes. So you want to play a little snippet now?
You can play a snippet.
You can play a snippet. I had to pull out some equipment.
We're not even sure.
Hope the sound quality is good.
Hello, my name is Christopher Harris, and I would like to congratulate you for investing in your mind and taking the steps toward building prosperous relationships. First things first, let's define what is a relationship.
See, here we go.
Webster's gives us several meanings of the word relationship, such as a connection by blood or marriage or a relative. But the definition that I like the best is a connection between or among persons, nations, and etc. This implies to us that...
I'm going to stop it right there. Yep. Just a little snippet, a little 30-second snippet, but I mean, that's one of many CDs. How many CDs did you have out?
That was the first of a series.
Okay.
And working on a second, but I think I'm going to revamp that a little bit because as I was listening to it, it's been a while since I listened to it, but as I was listening, I said, man, this is just some really good information.
Still applicable,
and it's applicable across the board. You know, we have principles on there, and we have some different things talk about the law of attraction and things like that. You know, but it's just something that is much needed. And right now, you know, people are a lot into the personal development, and you know, just trying to better yourself. So why not better yourself with some nuggets of wisdom and building prosperous relationships?
That's what I'm talking about, man. See, this is perfect. When do you plan on having these repurposed, I should say, CDs out? There's no time frame yet?
No time frame yet. Okay, no time frame yet.
Just be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, just be on the lookout for it. You know, I might have to schedule another live, which, you know, one on the schedule, on the books, you know.
Some official.
Right.
Okay. But I do know you do have an official event this month coming up.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What event is that?
There's an event that Reverend James Lyles is doing. He has
former guest on the show.
He was. He has a ministry called Youth 10 Times Better, and that ministry is ran out of. He goes all around the area, all around the region, but he's based in Middletown, and every year he has the Youth 10 Times Better fundraiser concert, and this will be the 8th one, and I believe this is the 7th one that I have emceed.
Okay.
And every year, you know, it's so much fun every year just to get the turnout of people and to do something that really gives back to the community. And not only that, but it gives back to the kids. You know, any proceeds that are received from that concert, it all benefits the programs that he does for the youth. And he does a lot of work with the youth. You know, he teaches a lot of different programs. You know, they have sewing, and I just saw they have someone doing some barber training, and he teaches them about art, and he has a full music studio. I mean, the studio is nice. You know, if I was a kid and I wanted to, you know, do my thing in the studio, I would definitely be trying to, you know, hit up James and see what he's got going on, because he has a lot going on down there. And even for those kids who like to play games, you know, there's some serious gamers out there, you know, playing. I don't even know, what is it, Call of Duty? Do they still play that?
Yeah, there's Call of Duty's out there,
Call of
Fortnite's
Duty,
out there,
Fortnite.
2K.
There you go. I never made it past Sega Genesis myself.
Yeah, that's about mine too. Mortal Kombat and all that.
Yeah, I had 3 games for Sega Genesis. Mortal Kombat was one of them. I had 5 games for Nintendo. And then I had a couple games for Atari. I just never made it past Sega Genesis.
I understand.
You know,
I understand.
I play games, man. You know,
Nintendo. I had Super Mario Brothers 3 was the best one. That's the one that I couldn't get.
Now Super Mario Brothers 3, because Super Mario 2 was that was for Nintendo also, or was that just on NES? I mean the Super NES.
I never had the Super NES. So I don't know.
I never had that one too. It was too advanced.
Yeah, I know.
Too advanced.
It wasn't too. It was too expensive for our lifestyle when I was growing up.
There you go. There you go. So you know, but games. Hey, you know, I just realized, you know, watching the Super Bowl yesterday, they have some grown kids. You know, there are a lot of grown men who play video games. They're serious about these games. And now they have Lego, a TV show about Legos coming on, Lego Masters. Yeah. These are grown people playing with Legos. But they're serious about
it. Getting paid for it.
Right. I mean, they're serious about it. The guy was snapping on the girl because he told her, he's like, you just don't feel, you know, what you're trying to build. Like, what? How you feeling Legos? I mean, you know, but hey.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, big shout out to the Chiefs and the Chiefs fans.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Congratulations to all of you watching, and especially the fans that I know that have been lifelong fans, the ones that have been going through a lot of struggles, just supporting their team. Congratulations to you guys.
Andy Reid, you know.
And good game to the Niner fans out there too.
It was a
good Super Bowl. I know it's a little disheartening to lose the Super Bowl, but still, it's still a good Super Bowl.
At least you made it there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got a paycheck.
Yeah, you see, everything reverting back to that check.
Right. I'm just saying, you know, people got checks, you know, you get paid.
Well, let me ask you this. So you're emceeing James Lyle's event on what's the date again?
It is coming up on February 23rd. It's going to be at Wesley United Methodist Church. It's on Ann Street in Middletown, I believe. Not sure of the address, but it's on Ann Street in Middletown. Okay. And it starts at 6 p.m.
Is it open to the public?
It's open to the public. Okay. He's got the entertainment, the bands that are there, the talent that it's just awesome. He has a group coming in called Mo Horns. Oh yeah. And I mean, if you're a horn person, if you love horns, I mean, these guys on the trumpet, the trombone, and the saxophone. I mean, they are awesome. Mo Horns is awesome, and if you've never heard of them, go ahead and Google them and look them up, because they've played with a lot of different artists. Okay. You know, so I think it's going to be awesome. I know it's going to be an awesome event. You know, then there's always some light food and refreshments afterwards, and I mean, I say light food and refreshments, but the food is really good. Yeah. Like you're gonna be full when you leave. You know, the desserts, everything is really good, and just having a good time. You know, if you're looking to come out and have a good time, and at the same time support the youth, you know, in our area, this is an event that you want to be at. Nice.
And again, you'll be emceeing that. I'm pretty sure that you'll have. You'll be a part of some of the other entertainment that goes on in that showcase also.
I'm sure I will. The theme this year is gospel with a touch of Motown. So you can expect. I mean, anybody who knows James, you can expect something different, something flashy, and something different. You know, but it's going to be a good time. Definitely. Yeah.
So is that? I know that event is toward the end of this month. Do you have any other events scheduled for any future events coming up? Anything that you could share with us?
I think that's it for now. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for now for this month. Maybe something in March. I don't know. There's always something going on.
Always something going on. Exactly.
Stay tuned to the Facebook page, and posts and stuff like that. And definitely let you know what events they have coming up.
Okay, I appreciate that. So let me ask you, what inspires you to come up with Beard Cream? I know you talked about that. To do MC events, to have your own business, to run you left, right, center on many different directions just to get through the day. What inspires you to keep moving forward?
I I think what inspires me the most is you know, it's that saying that no man is an island unto himself, you know. And for me, I really believe that we were put here, one of the reasons we were put here was to positively affect the lives of those around us and those that we come in contact with. You know, and if you're not positively affecting someone else's life, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously, that's a real question. What are you doing if you are not enhancing the life of anyone else but yourself? You know, and that's what drives me. That's what pushes me. You know, and just wanting to make sure that I use the gifts and abilities that, you know, that God has given me.
Gotcha.
You know, my grandfather, before he passed, he used to say, "Boy, you're so talented. You know, you're good with the hair, and you're good and with the radio and the broadcasting. You're good." And he was like, "Don't ever stop doing that stuff." You know, he makes sure you always use your gifts. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to do all this at one time? I can't, you know, and it wasn't until he passed till I got it. I was like, oh man, I don't have to do it all at one time. You know, I can use different things in different areas. But aside from that, some things have a season.
Yes, they do.
You know,
yes, they do.
And you know, maybe this was my season to really pursue hair and to, you know, get my cosmetology teacher's license and to do all that stuff. But now it's starting to come back around full circle as I start to use some of my broadcast skills, you know, in the hair industry. I've been able to go to some hair shows, and you know, one of the things I enjoy doing is being like a platform artist, you know, to be on stage and to be up there talking about the products and what we have to offer and what you're doing and how to use it and stuff. You know, even when I was in cosmetology school, being out on the floor to me was like being on stage.
Okay.
It was always like that, you know. And
that's
so
you got in the zone, huh?
Right, and I just always felt it like, give me the chair that's closest to the doors and the windows so that people can see what it is that I'm doing. You know, and I don't know, I'm passionate about it. You know, so
you can see it coming through.
I believe that you know, we should do things that we are passionate about. And that's the other thing. You know, you got to ask yourself, what are you passionate about?
That burning desire. Yep.
What is inside of you? What would you do if you didn't have bills and stuff? What would you do for free that you really just enjoy doing? You know, what are you passionate about? Sometimes, you know, you ask people that question and they don't know. They don't know what they're passionate about. And, you know, that's really unfortunate. You know, I would advise, you know, people always to just, you know, take a second and do some self-introspection, you know, and really just see, like, what am I passionate about?
Yeah.
What drives me?
Yeah.
You know, what makes me want to get up each and every morning? You know,
I would say, if I could piggyback on that, and it's a good point that you said that, because some people who don't know what their burning desire is, or what gives them passion, or that drive, or that intestinal fortitude to get up and keep getting it forward, so try something new. You know, if there's a painting show or a painting class, try some painting. Learn how to cook. Learn a new language. Start reading books. Do something different. To step outside your comfort zone and try something new. That's how you grow and evolve, and then you naturally find what you gravitate to and what you're good at. What you like to do, you're normally automatically going to be good at, but sometimes you don't know because you don't try anything new.
Awesome. Yeah, you definitely have to be open-minded, you know, to trying new and different things. You know, I would definitely say stepping out your comfort zone is a must. You know, how can you expand? How can you, you know, increase your territory? How can you do anything different if you don't ever come out of your comfort zone?
Exactly.
You know, so that's important, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, how should I word this next question?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know,
since we're unscripted right now.
Yeah, we are. But it's a question that you can handle. It's a question you can handle, and I'll let you pick which one you want. Is there a big goal that you have already accomplished, but before you accomplished it, seemed like it was so tremendous, so such a big obstacle that you never thought you were going to achieve that goal? Or is there a goal that you're working towards right now that you would like to share with us? I'll let you decide which one.
I'm always, you got to come with these as he does the money dance. There's always goals. Some of my goals that I have reached, I'm trying to think, like, I don't think there was anything that was that major that I never thought that I would achieve.
Okay.
You know, sometimes in life we go through things, and going through them, in the midst of it, it may seem like you're not going to make it through. You know, or it may seem like, man, why do I have to deal with this? Why do I have to, you know? But if you could just, you know, persevere and make it through to the other side, a lot of times you will see why you were going through what you went through and be able to learn from it. And you can then use that as a platform, you know, to help other people. So maybe they don't have to go through the same obstacles that you went through, you know, yes, definitely. I would say, you know, one of the things that I was super nervous about was becoming a father. You know, that was, I
can understand that.
I didn't know. I'm like, what in the world? Having a kid, like,
having a little, like, totally dependent on you. Yes,
it was something that really scared me. And I didn't know what to expect. I mean, if you've never been a parent before, then you just don't know, you know. And until you get in it, and I mean, this is just one of the greatest rewards ever, you know. Man, kids are awesome, and it's for as hard as it is, it's a constant reward. You know, it's never going to be easy, but it's a constant reward every day. Every day.
Every day you find out, you make a way. You accomplish it.
Yeah.
Every single day, you just accomplish the impossible.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But yeah, I mean, but I have, you know, plenty of goals, and I'm just, you know, and the achievement of one goal takes me to, you know, the development and the work to go through to make it to the next goal.
Yep.
You know, so each one pushes me to the next one. You know, so that's
building blocks.
Yep. So that's my thing, and like, I just want to make sure that I'm not living my best life, but I'm living the best life. You know, not just for myself, but for those who depend on me and those who are around me, and like I said, for those that I come in contact with. You know, just trying to positively affect the lives of others.
Gotcha. Good answer to the question. Thank you.
I'm trying, man. You know, I might have gave you the long answer and stuff, but hopefully, you know, people, I conveyed the message that I was trying to get across.
Okay, I think you did. I believe you did. Keep your comments coming through. Keep your tag, like, and share. Keep your likes coming through. Give me some hearts. We're going to check them later. I appreciate the love. We love the love. But, Chris, let me ask you, and I know we didn't discuss this, and you might have to take a deep breath on this question, but you can handle this one too. I've asked this question before, and if you watch the lives, you know what question's coming up next because they're all in sequence. So I'm kind of still putting you on the spot just a little bit, but not too much. But and I'll word this question. It's the question, so you already know, is what's your favorite book and why? All right. And the reason why I asked that question is because you already know that I've coached kids before, and coaching them, I've always instructed them to read something, whether it's a comic book, whether it's a magazine, whether it's a book of interest, whether it's a textbook, whatever. Just read something, exercise your mind, exercise your grammar, start thinking about things. I ask that because they get tired of hearing me say the same thing over and over again, and sometimes it's good to hear from someone else, or just a different perspective from someone else, because I may like a certain genre of books and you may like something totally different. So you come with a different perspective. But asking this question, what's your favorite book and why is that your favorite book? And if you don't remember the title, just you can give us a basic synopsis.
Yeah, got him. Yeah, he got me. Thinks he got me. My favorite book, or should I say books?
Okay. See, here you come. See, that confidence is building now.
Is the Bible.
Oh, okay.
So, the Bible, to me, you know, basic instructions before leaving Earth. You know, there's always something new that I'm coming across when I read, when I read the Word, and at the same time, while there may be a story or something that I never knew that I'm reading about, and I'm like, man, this is deep. It also allows me to become enlightened, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It helps to build me as well. So, while we're all doing these personal development CDs and, personal development books and things like that, that in itself is a whole compilation of personal development right there. So I believe that if you can just really read that and grasp it and understand it, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions because nobody knows everything. The man who knows something knows that he knows nothing. So if you have a question, seek out the answer from somebody that you may believe that has the answer for you or can point you in the right direction.
Exactly.
But I think that's my favorite. And aside from that, I mean, I love personal development books. I like books on like do it yourself, like how to do that. I'm a really hands-on type guy. My hands are just a gift from God to me. Aside from what I do for my profession, it allows me to
said the same thing. Wasn't he an eagle? Never mind. Go ahead. We just have a little fun.
Aside from that, I'm really good with my hands. For those who know, like I can build things and I can fix things. Things that I've never worked on. I never, I find a way, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is how it operates. I'm gonna take it apart and I'm gonna put it back together. And now, okay, this was defective. I'm gonna take this part back, take it to the store, get that part, and put it back in. And so my hands are just an awesome gift as well. I don't even know where that came from. How did I get to that?
What, your hands? Or
how did I get to my hands?
I don't know.
We was talking about favorite books.
Yeah.
Oh, we was talking about doing yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, doing yourself books, stuff like that. Okay. I'm like, we were talking about books. How did I get on my hands?
He said, and he started off book or books. The 66 books of the Bible, huh?
Exactly. And the books that you don't know that maybe were in the Bible at one point in time. Ooh.
Conspiracy theorists.
Listen,
right there.
all I'm saying is you got to do some reading. You got to do some research. There are some things out there that just being brought up in the black church, just being brought up as Christian, that you might not have known, because that just wasn't what was taught to you, but I guarantee you, if you look into it, there are some things out there. There's some knowledge to be learned, and just keep looking.
Okay.
Don't just stay focused on one area. If you keep that open mind, we talked about that earlier. Keep an open mind, be flexible. Because learning can come from any angle. Whether it be from a book, whether it be from watching someone else's life experience and learning based off other people's experience. There's all different types of ways to learn.
There is. I'm glad you said that, because that's what my biggest thing about reading books. For one, information, seeker of knowledge itself, or just someone like Earl Nightingale. He's no longer here. I can't meet him or ask him questions. I can't interview him and find out what he learned throughout the course of his life, but I can read his book or I can read his thoughts. And you take 2 hours to read his full chapter book, you have an idea, or it births new ideas within you on what his thought process was, and you can learn so much just from what he encountered throughout the course of his life in the short amount of time it took you to read that book.
Absolutely. Right. So what about you? What's your favorite book?
My favorite book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Okay.
That book, I read it a couple times. The first 5 to 10 pages were very slow to get into. But I remember I heard an interview by Will Smith that he talked about that book. I was like, well, Will Smith read that book and he's talking about it in an interview. I got to read that book. And so it was hard to get into at first. And I was like, I can't get into this book. And then it started to pick up, and it picked up quick. And when it started to pick up, I had no idea what I read before. You know how you just zone out and read? So I had to reread so I understood what was going on. And I'm not going to give away the entire book, but the process or the evolution of the journey of that book, just like it awoke the sleeping giant in me. You know,
knowledge will do that to you.
Yes,
knowledge will do that to you to make you. It'll open your eyes, and then you'll want more. You're like, well, if I just learned this, my goodness, what else is out there?
Yeah.
So I've never read the book, The Alchemist, but have you studied alchemy?
I had not, honestly, no.
Okay.
No, but other than from reading that book or from what I already knew, the science of it, I know, is the changing of something very, a metal that's considered very cheap into something very rich. Yes, Leonardo da Vinci, I was talking about, or was trying to find that discovery, changing metals to metals.
Right.
But also the theory or the philosophy of it is like changing yourself in the process. You know, not saying that you're a cheap version of yourself, but you're a basic version of yourself until you actually fill yourself with some rich knowledge or some rich experiences to give you that characterization to actually grow and develop in the person that you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. You know, and that just makes me think of life. And some, like we were talking about, some of the things that we go through. You know, my stepfather preached a message not too long ago, and he was talking about the refining power of God. Okay. And so, you know, whenever something is refined, it has to be what? Put through fire. You know, so when you're going through something and you're going through that fire, it may seem hot, but best believe the best version of whatever it is that's going through that fire is going to come out on the other side, because the fire, in essence, while it's hot and it may be, you know, melting and it may hurt a little bit, it's shaping you and molding you, and it's taking out the impurities to leave you with nothing but what is pure and what is there. You know, so
tempered by fire. There you go. Yeah. Because the what is it? It's gold itself. You have to burn off the impurities. Once you pull it out, it shines like pure gold. Exactly.
Yeah, like and that's true for all of us. You know, you in life, you're going to go through something.
Oh yeah.
You're either my old pastor used to say, you're either going through something, you're about to go through something, or you just went through something. It's one of those three all the time. And life is a roller coaster. But going through those things is what helps shapes us and molds us and builds our character. It builds our integrity, you know, builds our perseverance, and it brings forth the best version of ourselves.
So,
you know,
you got to go through the valley to enjoy the mountaintop. You know, you're always building. Each experience gets easier to go through after you've been tested a few times. So, yeah. Good lie.
I'm sitting here preaching to y'all.
Yeah,
I know.
I know.
I don't want to be a preacher to y'all. You know, but
man of many talents, right? That's what he said, right? Money dance on that. That wasn't the money dance.
What was it?
You reinvented yourself on that one.
How do I move my fingers?
Huh? Like this.
Oh, like that.
Like that, yeah.
So what was this?
I don't know.
West Side Connection.
Oh wow, you see this guy.
Crip walk was that.
Wow, this show just took a turn, right? Talking from the Bible, throwing up signs, all that. Yeah. So let me see, Jeezy. This is now. I know. It's some. Do you have any other topics?
Now I know.
Now I know where we're at. But we talked about a lot of good things. You talked about you being the MC of an event coming up with James Lyles. Talked about being a business owner. Talked about being a father. Talked about the Bibles, being character building. Talked about CD. Talked about beard cream. Did I already say that?
Talked about beard.
So many different things. Is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Just look out. Just look out, you know, on the horizon. See what else have in store.
Okay. You know? So basically, you saying there's other little secrets coming down the pipeline.
There's other things. Right always working on something. Always.
Yeah, like that. You gave out a little secret. You know, Chris, I do these shows. You know why I do these shows?
I know why you do them. Well, one of the reasons. You know what? Let me just take that back. Let me renege.
Go ahead.
You tell me why.
I was interested in hearing the answer. I want to know what you had to say.
Okay, well, I believe one of the reasons that you do this show is not only to give people a chance to talk about themselves and the things that they're doing, the positive things that they're doing, whether it's doing stuff in the community or whether it's a fellow entrepreneur or it could. You've had several pastors on here before, so it gives people a platform, and maybe even a platform that they might not have had had they not come on your show, because your reach is pretty far. You have a nice demographic, and this is another level that some people might not, another avenue people might not be able to to go down on their own. They might not have done this, but they come on here and now they just open themselves up to even a broader audience. But all for the positive. And it's all about networking, and really it comes back to relationships. Putting people in contact with other people and just networking to see how we can all build. Because when you rise, I rise. When you come up, we all come up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sun shines on all of us just alike, except the raindrops fall on all of us just alike. Why not share the wealth?
Yeah,
exactly.
Still getting wet.
I like that answer. I like that answer. Yeah, I like that answer. But
you tell me your answer.
I put on, and I like to do this because I let me know how I can help you. Just like Chris eloquently said, that I do this show because if you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a positive message that you're looking for a platform to get that information out there, inbox me, text me, let me know, get a hold of me, and I'll schedule you a time to put you in the hot seat right here in the lab, tell everybody to get their pen and a pad, and we're going to have a fun show, okay? Again, if that's a business, a product, or a positive message, we're going to get that information out there, and we have fun doing it. Whether you've been in business for years, whether you've been speaking for years, whether you're just now starting, whether you're already in the middle of it, doesn't matter. Whatever level you're at, I like to get that information out there just to give you that fair chance to kickstart it, keep it going, whatever it's going. I enjoy doing that. Chris, I got a special gift for you for being very last minute to come on the show. Thank you for coming through.
Oh, wow.
This is from me to you.
Enjoy
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever it is, I know I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I know so. I know so. I got a special guest coming next week. You know who my special guest is?
Who's that?
You got to tune in and see. You're a radio guy. You should have seen that setup coming.
Hey, I did. That's the catch it.
Yeah. Absolutely. But, I appreciate you guys for tuning in very much. The comments, we will check them whenever we have the capabilities to actually having the comments being read while they're live again, because I know we switched, I can't think of the word. We switched, not programs, I switched devices on how to use the share that information. But we will get that out there. Why are you laughing at me? Make sure you live your life with the purpose and evolve so hard. Tag, like, share, subscribe. Remember, this is your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker's favorite baker coming at you. Make sure you tune in next week. Have a good night. We love you. One more thing we got to do. We got to leave doing the what?
The money dance.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night.